So this album, to me, it just seems like coming to terms with some sort of maturity, you know, finally shedding that adolescent trip, which is super fun. But I mean, I'll always be a kid at heart, I'm sure. But this album, I look at as the band doing something that's much deeper than anything we've ever done, and you know, it's kind of like our coming of age. You know, we're finally at the point where we really feel like we can do anything, and it can last forever.
Let's talk about Pretender briefly. Was that an obvious for you that was even going to be a single, or do you even think about things like that
Well,
anymore?
you sort of think about it a little bit, but you don't use that as your inspiration to write. You know, the best stuff we do is the stuff that we imagine not being singles. A song like All My Life, we were like, that ain't gonna be a single, no way, man, that's too weird, it's all over the place, and it's too heavy and screamy and stuff like that. And then it becomes like one of the biggest songs we've ever had. Yeah. And so after that, after All My Life, we stopped thinking that way. We were like, oh, okay, you know what, let's just write songs. Let's just do that. So that's what we did with this record. And then there's some songs where you hear them and you're like, man, that's a pretty heavy hook. I bet that's something that people are going to catch on to.
Right.
But the Pretender came later on in the recording process. It came. We had already recorded maybe like 10 songs, and I had that intro was just this little finger picking riff that I came up with, and Taylor and I had jammed on it, but it sounded like something off of Zeppelin's Presence or like Soundgarden or something. It was this really dirgy, slow thing. And so I sat upstairs and just came up with this idea really quickly, and I said to Taylor, dude, I think I have an idea for this song. And usually when it comes to writing stuff, usually it's Taylor and I'll come first, and I'll say, hey, I have this idea, and we'll come up with some sort of arrangement together. And I listened to the 10 songs, and I thought, man, you know what, we need like an opener. We need an up-tempo song, you know, because there's a lot of dark shit on the record. We need something to really blast.
What if I say I'm not like the others? What if I say I'm not just another one of your plays? You're the pretender.